I'm Dave Handy from Brooklyn. It's Friday, May 19th, 2017. There's so much fresh hell to get to, let's not waste a moment. Here's your new Progressive News Weekly Roundup. The Washington Post reported Monday that last week, while hosting Russian diplomats, President Donald Trump shared classified intel of the most sensitive nature, specifically threats posed by ISIS with regard to airliners and laptop explosives. The information was reportedly provided by the Israelis, and that endangers that relationship, despite the claim from the Israeli government that it does not. Though Trump did not directly disclose how the U.S. acquired the information, many analysts have noted it wouldn't take much for them to fill in the blanks. The news caused Republican Senator Bob Corker to declare the White House was in, quote, a downward spiral. News also broke on Monday of developments in the murder investigation of Seth Rich. A private investigator claiming to have been hired by the Rich family told Fox 5 in D.C. that there's evidence that Rich was in touch with WikiLeaks prior to his death. He also said that he had learned from sources inside the department that the police were told to, quote, stand down from their investigation. Just one problem. He doesn't actually work for the Rich family. The New Progressive shared this content on social media, relying upon sources we initially trusted, and we'd like to take this opportunity to set the record straight. For those who don't know, Seth Rich was murdered on the morning of July 10th, 2016 in D.C., in what police are calling a botched robbery. He was shot twice in the back. Rumors have swirled since that Seth was the source of the DNC emails provided to WikiLeaks. His family insists that this is not the case and has called the claims a right-wing conspiracy. Tuesday saw another bombshell in the ongoing Trump-Russia saga. The New York Times reported a source close to James Comey confirms the director was asked by President Trump to kill the Michael Flynn investigation. The president reportedly told Mr. Comey, quote, I hope you can let this go, and went on to say that Flynn was a good man. Comey has not commented on the matter publicly, but is expected to testify in front of Congress once again in the next few weeks. On Wednesday, former FBI Director Robert Mueller was named by Deputy Attorney General Rob Rosenstein special counsel for the Trump-Russia probe. Mueller was the sixth director of the Bureau and served under George W. Bush from 2001 to 2013. He will have broad investigatory powers in his position as special counsel. Republicans and Democrats alike praised the move, with many noting the former director restored credibility to the investigation. And more Russian news on Wednesday. House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy reportedly said in a meeting with Republican leadership that, quote, there's two people I think Putin pays, Rohrabacher and Trump. Rohrabacher is in reference to Rep. Dana Rohrabacher of California. The Washington Post broke the story and pressed Speaker Paul Ryan's spokesman, Brendan Buck, who originally asserted that, quote, that never happened, and, quote, the idea that McCarthy would assert that is absurd and false. Once the Post revealed that they would cite a recording of the conversation, Mr. Buck's answer changed to, quote, this is an entire year-old exchange that was clearly an attempt at humor. No one believed the majority leader was serious in asserting that Donald Trump or any of our members were being paid by Russia. What's more, the Speaker and the leadership team have repeatedly spoken out against Russian interference in our elections, and the House continues to investigate that activity. Geez, talk about a walkback. These guys are falling all over themselves thanks to the commander-in-Cheeto. And in yet another bombshell around Trump and Russia, Reuters reported Thursday that the Trump campaign had contact with the Russian government at least 18 times prior to Election Day. Included in these contacts more calls between Sergei Kislyak, Russia's ambassador to the U.S., and Michael Flynn, a top surrogate for the Trump campaign, and his former national security advisor. It was also reported that conversations between members of the Trump team and high-ranking officials included setting up a special back channel for communications. Also, so much other news this week. Chelsea Manning was released from prison. Roger Ailes, the architect of Fox News, died. Also, R.I.P. Chris Cornell. And former Congressman Anthony Weiner was convicted today for sexting a minor. And today it came out that Trump bragged to the Russians about firing Comey, saying it took pressure off him. Oh, and it came out that the FBI is investigating a senior-level White House official for their role in the Trump-Russia scandal. Wow. That's all the news for now. Praise be. Please join us tonight at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific on our Facebook for our live call-in loft party live from Brooklyn. We'll be talking all of this week's news, basically Russia, 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 and why the Dems fear a Bernie 2020 run, and of course we'll be taking your calls. Please join us, facebook.com/newprogressive. And of course, while you're there, make sure to give us a like, and please follow us on Twitter @NewProgMedia. And we're now on Instagram. Thanks everyone, we'll see you back here later tonight.